Gabramedin counted his scars at the Sinai Desert's edge. Scabbed electrical burns, purple splotches etched by chains, a map of blisters raised by candle wax dripped across his back. His captors threatened to bury his body beneath the sand and stars. They had buried others he knew. They held him down and called his family in Eritrea. $33,000 for your boy's freedom, they demanded. That amount, said his father, a cattle herder, is bigger than our dreams. For at least the past 10 years, the Sinai Desert has been the site where dreams of freedom have been turned into nightmares far beyond anyone's comprehension. Many refugees, mostly from Eritrea, are kidnapped and held hostage by criminal networks working in this lawless area. They are presently subjected to extremely heinous acts of violence and cruelty. Rape, beatings, torture, organ harvesting and death occur regularly and systematically. The UN has called this the most unreported humanitarian crisis in the world. Since its independence, Eritrea has been ruled by the repressive regime of dictator Isaias Afwerki. Today, Eritrea remains a country in shackles. Arbitrary arrests and detentions, torture, extrajudicial killings, severe restrictions on freedoms of expression and worship, and forced labour are routine. Over 1 million people have been uprooted and are seeking refuge in neighbouring countries. Amnesty International believes that the dictatorial regime of Eritrea has imprisoned at least 10,000 political prisoners. With no known exception, not a single political prisoner has ever been charged with a crime, had access to a lawyer, or been brought before a judicial officer to assess the legality and necessity of their detention. In the vast majority of cases, the prisoners' families are not informed of their whereabouts and often never hear from their relative again. Despite government efforts to veil abuses from scrutiny, Eritrean refugees living in exile provide consistent first-hand accounts of widespread abuses. The UNHCR estimates that over 3,000 Eritreans flee the country every month despite a shoot-to-kill policy for anyone caught attempting to cross the border. Many of those fleeing are young people attempting to escape forced military conscription. Families of those who flee face reprisals, including harassment, fines, and imprisonment. Amnesty International is calling on Isaias Afwerki to immediately release all prisoners of conscience arrested for the peaceful exercise of their rights to freedom of expression, opinion, association, religion, or belief. With over 1 million Eritrean refugees worldwide, there's plenty we can do. Help stop the atrocity and human rights abuses by dictators such as Isaias Afwerki.